I just had a panic-stricken moment. I thought that Australian was misspelled, and I thought I filmed this entire video and that was misspelled the entire time. That's not the case, thank goodness, but I could see myself doing something like that. What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I thought we would do a get ready with me. Yeah, so I'm just gonna jump right into it because I already am getting a really late start on the day. And I thought, why not film as well? Okay, so my face is prepped. I already have my moisturizer on, and skincare is key when you are putting on makeup. If you prep your skin properly with good skincare, the rest of the products go on a lot smoother and nicer. I will list everything down below that I used today, just so you can, if there's something you're interested in, you can click on the link and see the picture and read more about it and all of that. And oh yes, and I brought a little friend to the party. Yeah, so yeah, that's, I don't usually break out very often, but this little guy popped up because I didn't wash my face before bed a couple weeks ago. So that's the result of that. We have been in the process of moving to a new home, and let me spray this first. Okay, well, didn't even spray my face. Okay, boy, we were starting off so great. And I'm gonna put some lip balm on as well. So we moved to a new home, and everybody knows like moving is just so hectic in the last couple weeks, unpacking and getting my new studio together. So excuse if it's a little too busy. I'm trying to figure out my background. Anyways, had a couple nights where we were just unpacking and moving in and didn't wash my face before bed. So if you watched my skincare mistakes video, that was one of my skincare mistakes that I said, always wash your face before bed. And even if you're just wearing sunscreen, it is very important to wash that off before you go to bed. Okay, otherwise this little friend pops up. All right, this is just the Becca under eye primer. I don't always use this, but I found this in the move and I was super excited about it. Kind of smooths everything out, and especially if you have crepey under eyes like me. The next thing I'm gonna use is the Tarte Timeless Pore Smoothing Primer. And I have like enlarged pores here and here, and on my chin and on my forehead. So this is like spackle for your face. And it just really fills in the pores really nicely. Okay, so I'm gonna start with this guy, and I'm gonna use my Dermablend concealer. I haven't used this in a while, so I like to put that on the back of my hand. I'm gonna use this brush right here and just kind of paint that on this little friend, and kind of go around my nose, get some of that redness. Okay, then I take my concealer brush and I just kind of feather it around that without disturbing the product too much. And I just kind of press it into the skin so I don't wipe it away. I really have to get up close here. I'm so blind. Okay, yeah. And then I just sort of feather the outside of that. Okay. And then I'm just gonna come back to that. I'm just gonna let that dry and settle in. Oh yes, I got new earrings. They're a little much, but, and especially a little much with my Dunder Mifflin t-shirt, but I saw them at World Market, and I went in there for some home decor, and I didn't even know they had earrings. Now I'm gonna finish up with this little guy. I have a wet or a damp beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna press that concealer in, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of setting powder, and I'm gonna just take my same concealer brush because I'm too lazy to look for another brush. Oh yeah, I have my brushes behind me. Yeah, new studio, I can't remember where everything is. And I'm just going to actually take a little bit there, well, a lot of it, and just sort of put it on that spot and let it sit there for a little bit so it'll bake underneath there. I'm gonna do a little bit of under eye concealing. I have a little bit, not bad, but some dark spots, so I'm gonna conceal those, and I'm gonna use my new concealer that I just got, as if I don't have enough concealers. Hold on. Yes, these are all of my concealers that I have. All of these. So yeah, I needed another one. I had heard such great things about this one. This is the MAC Studio Fix 24-hour smooth wear concealer. Actually, the writing's quite big, so thank you for putting it in big writing, MAC. Now, I'm just gonna dot this in the dark spots right here and in the corner here. And I always get a little bit of redness, a lot of us do, on the outside of our eyes. And so it kind of pulls your eyes down if you have a lot of redness here. So if you conceal that, it kind of lifts up your eye a little bit. I'm gonna take my beauty sponge and kind of just tap that in. And there we go. Actually, I'm going to use my ring finger and just kind of press that in. Okay, I'm just gonna, I put a little too much, so I'm just gonna put some on my nose, get rid of that redness. I've just loved getting moved into my new studio, and I actually am filming in our formal living room. We've got 2 living rooms, and we never do anything with our formal living room. Our last house, we had a ping pong table in there, so we're not real formal people is what I'm trying to say. So I thought, oh, I'll just do a studio in the formal living room, and there we go. Oh, I forgot about this guy. Okay. Now I'm just gonna take my brush and get some of that powder off of there. So it concealed it, you know, I mean, you can still kind of see it, but I don't want to put too much on there because I can maybe cover the rest with foundation. And yeah, I'm gonna even out the rest of my skin tone with foundation. And I'm gonna come back to my under eyes. I am gonna powder, but I want that to just dry a little bit more. I don't like to go directly into powder or go directly into concealer with a powder, is what I meant to say, because then you get that crepey cakiness look. Okay, I am gonna pick out a foundation. So let me do that and I'll be right back. The one I chose is this C.Y.O. Lifeproof Foundation. And this is, unfortunately, you can only get this on Walgreens. Online, it's $7. And I actually found a shade that works for me. It's kind of on the olive side, shade 107. And I picked it up in shade 105, 106, 107, and 108. And I did some swatches here. So let me just show you. So I did, let's see, 105, which is on the yellow side, 106, which is pink, then 107, which is like a olivey yellow color, and then 108 is way too pink. So I'm just gonna pump a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna use my beauty blender and then just kind of start tapping this in. This works great with your fingers, a brush, a beauty sponge. It's very skin-like, and the skin-like finish, and it covers really well. I love how it is medium to full, if you can build it up to full. And then I just press that into the skin, and I don't take it all the way up to my eyes. I just kind of go right around here just to sort of blend out the concealer line and the foundation, so it's just kind of seamless. We just finished binge watching The Boys. If you've seen that one, I would love to know what you think of it in the comments below. If not, The Boys is definitely worth watching. It's on Amazon Prime, and it is I will say, a unique take on superheroes. So it's pretty good. That's all I'm gonna say about it. But depending on the day, I will go in with a base first and then conceal, like I said before. And I'm just gonna go over my eyes a little bit. I didn't put a lid primer on, so I'm just gonna use foundation today. I have a really good lid primer though. It's from Essence, it's a drugstore. And I have tried high-end lid primers, and this one I think is the best. I love it. I've tried the CoverGirl lid lock one, but not a big fan of it. It's too dry for my eyelids. If you have oily eyelids, because I've heard of people that have oily, let's try again. I've heard of people that have super oily eyelids, so if that's you, you might like the CoverGirl lid lock, I think it's called. Hold on, I got another hair. So I pressed that in with my sponge, and I'm gonna go back over my under eyes and just kind of press that out one last time because the concealer's dry. So I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier under eye, what's this called? Translucent. Oh, there it is. Okay. Secret blurring powder. Yeah, that's true. It is a secret blurring powder. I don't know how this works. It doesn't even seem like a lot's going on the brush. Okay, well that time it did. And then I just kind of tap that out. And like I said, I press out my concealer one last time because if you go in with powder, you're gonna set in creases. So I like to, I mean, I have creases anyways, but I like to just press them out one last time. Then I gently just press this powder in to the skin. And there we go. I'm gonna go with my Hoola Bronzer today. I just want kind of a bronzy look, and I need to sort of, bring some life back into my skin. So I got this little guy. It's like really small, but I can't really get my bronzer brush in there, so I broke the sides so it's flat, so I can then swirl a brush around in it. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do right now. I'm just gonna use this brush. I think it's an e.l.f. brush. Yeah, it's a Flawless face brush. Not a big fan of it. I don't like the design of it, or the shape of it, I should say. And then I just tap that off. And then I'm just gonna press that in a little bit higher on my cheek. I think when I was talking about my cream product, in my cream products video, I talked about how you wanna put your products a little higher on your face. As we age, everything kind of goes down. So you wanna think about putting your products just a little bit higher instead of down here. I like to go up here a little bit with my blush and my bronzer. And today I am just gonna go for kind of a no makeup look. And so that means I'm just gonna kind of do my eyes at the same time with the bronzer, and then just go up and bronze away. And then I do under my neck and chin, my double chin there. The reason why I put bronzer up here as well is to kind of hide that hooded eye that I have. I have this part right here that is a little puffy today. I'm gonna use my eyeshadow brush to just kind of get rid of that. So I just kind of swirl it around, tap, tap, tap. And then I just kind of windshield wiper back and forth, just right up here. And so what it does is it just kind of hides this part and kind of pushes it back. Okay, and then I'm just gonna fan this out a little bit. And same thing with this eye. and I bring it all the way over. And I usually, actually, I'm up a little higher than I normally am. I like to hold this brush back here because then it's a little bit looser of a hold, so it just kind of feathers it out a little bit more. If you hold it too much like a pencil, then it gets too much like right in there. Too much product kind of right in one area. If you hold it back at the end of the brush, it just sort of feathers it out just a little bit. Okay. I am going to just then bring that color under my eyes just a little bit, so it just all looks a little bit more uniform. And then I'm gonna go in with a little bit of color on my lid. No, I'm not. I'm gonna finish my face first. I am gonna do blush, and I'm not a big, how do I say this? I'm not a blush person. I am not one of those hoarders of blush like I am foundation, concealer. What else am I a hoarder of? Oh, lipsticks. I'm a hoarder of lipsticks. But when it comes to blush, I really don't expand very much out of my comfort zone. This is the Baked Clay Amazonian, what the heck is this called? Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Blush in the shade Pate. Okay, that's actually the name of it. P-A-A-A-A-R-T-Y. And I need a brush. Okay, I'm gonna swirl that around and then tap it off, and then just place that a little bit higher to bring those cheeks up. And I like this one. It's like a nice pinky mauve color. I'm just gonna add a little bit to my lids too. There we go. Okay. There we go. Brought some life back to my face. I'm gonna use my Charlotte Tilbury finishing powder. This is the Airbrush Flawless Finish. So if you go overboard with your blush and your bronzer, like I did on purpose to show you, then what you can do is take a finishing powder like this, and I like to just tap my brush, a big fluffy brush, into this, and then tap off the excess, and then kind of swirl it around lightly. And again, I'm just going to use the end of my brush and swirl that around. And what this does is, and I just stay on the outside of my face, and what this does is it just sort of diffuses any lines, so you don't have bronzer, blush, whatever. And it just gives you this nice airbrush finish. And again, I don't do this every day, especially when I'm running errands. Same thing this side, but I don't do this all the time. And I thought I was gonna do an everyday running errands makeup look, and typical. I kind of start playing with makeup and I get carried away. Okay, I gotta finish with my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with this Tarte. This is actually a highlighter palette. I will just pop that, a little bit of that right on the lid here, especially if I want my eyes to kind of, didn't sleep well or I'm a little tired and I kind of want my eyes to brighten up a little bit. I'm gonna go in with this pink, can you see that? It's like a pink color. Sorry if I should have been doing that with other products. I'm still trying to get back into the swing of things with filming and remembering what to do, and even like how my camera worked. I forgot how my camera worked the other day when I sat down to film. And I love doing this, but it's, yeah, it's a little bit of a learning curve and getting back into it again after being gone for a while. Okay, and then I'm just gonna kind of soften the edges there with my bronzer brush. I am going to use this brow gel. This is the Boy Brow by Glossier, and I like to comb my eyebrows first. Again, I don't do this every day, but I've got a couple gray eyebrows at the end, and I need to get my eyebrows dyed again. So then I just go in and kind of comb that through. You know what would help is if I pulled the mirror closer. There we go. And I kind of just comb them up. Okay. What I like about this is it not only fills in if you've got some gray hairs, but it also sets your brows. I know it's a little crazy right there. I actually like having big bushy eyebrows again, now that they've kind of grown back in. Okay, so now I am going to, because I use powder, I'm gonna spray this down with, okay, yes, I have a problem with setting sprays as well. So I'm gonna use my Alginist, yes, and spray this. What I like about this one is it just has such a fine mist that you don't get hit in the face like a big fire hose. All right, so what did I miss? I think I got everything. Oh, my lips, okay. Yes, I'm gonna put some lipstick on. I'm gonna use one of my favorites. This is Essence, and this is like a pink nude color. Does this have a name? I will list it below if it has a name. Okay, I'm just like talking way too much. Oh, you know what? I forgot to do my little trick of making my lips look fuller. I did just have my lips filled. I go to this gal, she's so great. Oh my gosh, I love her. I have crooked lips and I have no top lip normally. So she corrects how crooked they are and plumps them up for me and does a really good job. I really love how she does my lips. And then I'm gonna do this lipstick, which I found, another thing I found in the move. This teeny tiny little Bite Beauty. And what I really like about this, not only the color, but how hydrating it is. And I got this, I think I got this in one of my beauty box. I'm pretty sure I did. And that's the other thing too. One of the reasons why I like to get my lips filled and evened out, it actually takes less time for me to do my lips because I feel like I spend so much time trying to pencil in, and then I pencil in this side to try to make it even, and then I mess up, and so then I have to go higher on this side. Anyway, and then I end up taking it all off and then just using a lip balm and leaving the house with crooked lips. Okay, I'm gonna go put my mascara on and fix my hair and finish getting ready, and I will be back. Okay, so I finished getting ready off camera. I put on my mascara, my favorite mascara. This is the Thrive Cosmetics. Does this have a name? I don't know. Thrive Cosmetics. I'll link it below. Still my favorite mascara. I mentioned this in my May favorites video and love it still. And what did I do? I took some eyeshadow to finish off this look, and I used it as an eyeliner, which I do a lot. I used the Milani Most Loved Mattes eyeshadow palette, and I used this brown color over here. So I just took an angled brush and went into this dark brown and then kind of stamped along my upper lash line right at the base, just to give the base of the lashes just a little bit more oomph. And then I just did the corner of my eye right here and kind of went in and again stamped it on. And then I took my bronzer brush and I just pinched it just a little bit and then just kind of smudged that line out so it's not just a defined line, and it's more of a kind of smoky effect. But I have so many other tips and tricks. I had a lot of fun doing this Get Ready With Me today, and I would love to do more of these and show you more of those tricks. And yeah, so that about wraps it up, you guys. I really appreciate you watching this, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And with that, we'll see you in my next video. Take care.